But, Key, who has an easier road to the playoffs? Is it Brady or Aaron Rodgers looking at these divisions now?
Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
I know. I was just thinking out loud to myself real quick. It's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Chicago, Detroit, and Minnesota with new coach and Kirk Cousins. I mean, I get it. Kirk Cousins is serviceable, whatever, but their team is no. It's Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. When you look at Tom Brady, the Carolina Panthers, when they were playing good at the beginning of the season, Christian McCaffrey was in the lineup. And Sam Darnold looked like, oh, my God, we were sitting there going, the Jets screwed it up. Then it went south as soon as McCaffrey got hurt. Atlanta's Atlanta. Marcus Mariota goes with Arthur Smith, who was there with him in Tennessee. That's what that is. Jameis Winston signs back with the New Orleans Saints, who's loaded on the defensive side and the offensive side of the ball. They'll get another receiver to complement Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. And Jameis was 5-2 as a starter before his ACL injury and looked like a different quarterback. You can't tell me that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not looking at that and going, we thought it was going to be easy, but I believe it's gotten harder.
Yeah, Jay, the Bears, like, they may have a future with Justin Fields. I don't know if the future is now. You know, Minnesota is what they are. You know, they are what they are. But Jameis.
Y'all always hating on Minnesota.
But Jameis, being an understudy to Drew Brees with Sean Payton there, he always had a lot of talent. He refined it, and I thought, oh, look at Jameis Winston. I'm with it. Once Jameis gets back, the Saints, who always play the Bucs tough, right?
Yes,
Now have a guy. They have a guy.
Yeah, I mean, but does easier equate to having a better chance at winning it all? Like, is that how you guys look at it? Because for me, I'm much rather be battle tested consistently throughout the course of the season than just have an easier schedule, because I think that makes you more ready for the playoffs. So easy doesn't equate to.
Are you saying that's Rodgers' issue, that it's too easy a pass?
It feels like it is sometimes.
Is that a thing?
It feels like you don't get challenged. Like, we always talk about this in basketball. College basketball, we're in March Madness. I'll give you an example. Gonzaga, you always go hard at Gonzaga. Well, they never get challenged throughout the regular season. So they beat up on teams to a degree. People inflate their ego, tell them how good they are. Then when they get to the tournament, they're facing dogs. So my thing is, I'd much rather face dogs throughout the course of the season so I could be game ready.
Is that a thing in the NFL, Key? Like, I think of Tom Brady. They had a free pass to the AFC Championship game usually because it was a weak division. So they had a home playoff game. They win that. They're in the AFC Championship game. But is that a thing if you're not tested during the year?
Hey, Coach, you just answered your own question. Mm-hmm. Think about what you just said. They're in the weak AFC East. Easier path. And what did they do?
Ran things.
Ran shop on everybody for however many years with an easier path.
Yeah.
You want to take the easiest path as possible to get to the – why would you want to make it hard on yourself?
Because
who does that?
Okay,
it just doesn't feel like it's equated to championships for Rodgers like it did for Brady.
Well, that may be Rodgers' fault. Not you understand what I'm saying? That may be on Aaron, not on – so Tom Brady went through the New Orleans Saints, Washington, New Orleans, and
Packers.
Green Bay to get to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
In Green Bay, by the way. And beat a New Orleans team that beat them twice in the regular season.
And a Washington team that had a good defense.
And a Washington team that had a good defense. If that's not hard, then I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, and Rodgers had the bye, though. Like, that's why this is on Rodgers, guys. Not to make this a Rodgers conversation, because to me what's interesting is the Jameis Winston stuff, but Rodgers had the bye. Rodgers was the guy set up with the home games, with the whole thing, and he couldn't get it done. And as opposed to Tom Brady, and Key just took you through it, had to go through the gauntlet to get there and did it and beat Rodgers to get there. I think a lot of that's on Rodgers. And by the way, who was it? Marcus Spears recently was talking about that.
I mean, we're still not kind of teetering with throwing Aaron Rodgers' name in the GOAT conversation, right? Like, up there, because for me, when I see Tom Brady make it an impact that he's constantly giving money back to make sure that his team is well weaponized, and I'm seeing the attrition that's happening for Green Bay. I'm starting to look at it like this conversation is starting to become very, very, very distant.
I'll tell you one thing, Key. If I know we got to get out of here for us to pay some bills and get back, but if Key hates when I say pay bills. The 1980s radio. But if Patrick Mahomes does wind up winning a couple more Super Bowls coming out of that division, then we got to reevaluate his place in history already. As tough as that looks, a little different than the AFC East that Brady dominated.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.